Ambient glitch effects, CCD hum. Sub-bass slowly rises like a virtual engine powering up.
Entering base void.
Build up 1 count.
Snare rolls rising, synth obstacles tension. Prepare. Jagged glitch bass trap 808 hits. Stuttered synths digital fragments flying. Sub bass pulses like collapsing structures. Strip down beat can glitch effects. Neon synth op flickers like corrupted lights. Build up to both. Pitch rising synth sweet snare rolls. Silence tremendous anticipation. Heavy synth footed bass triplet hi-hats. Glitch effects layered for chaotic feel.
Base void.
Onion breakdown city hum digital echoes.
Filtered melody creates tension for final drop. Final drop. Full glitch step. Trap hybrid climax.
Prepare Berkeley.
Prepare. Base void.
Terminal base void. Shut down.
Kill down. The distant chest breaches as sub-bass simulates engine rev and vocal left voltage drift. Snare roll rising synth sweep. Pitch rising glitch effects. Drop 1. Jagged bass like AOA hits. Laser synth stabs simulate electric sparks. Sub bass pulses in sync with engine rev. Strip down beat kick rolls up. Neon synth ups to like sea lights. Build up to royal clear. Rabbit mirror bass sweep. Silence before drum extension. Drop to erection. Drop to even heavier bass layers. Glitch effects. Berquist Arcade 3. Pumpkin stage glitch become live melodic tension. Full rhythm trap hybrid pulsing sub bass layers. Synth vocal chop voltage drift full throttle. Drift complete. Whisper complete. Drift complete. Drift complete. Drift complete. Train bass from complete. Kitch rising glitch effect. Drop 1. Jagged bass like 808 hits. Laser synth stabs simulate electric response. Sub bass pulses in sync with engine rev. Strip down beat kick rolls up. Neon synth ups to like sea lights. Build up to royal clear. Rabbit mirror bass sweep. Silence before drum extension. Drop to erection. Drop to drift complete. Rain effects of threat assault. Some yaws deep sub-bass strong simulating character sliding metallic percussion. Tap force whispery vocal chop whisper. Drift, drift, drift storm. Light trap hi-hat slowly building. Build up 1. Snare rolls increase like RPM during a drift. Rising synth sweep glitch effects emulate tire screech. Vocal chop slide, slide. Turbo hiss and reverse crash effects build tension. Drop 1. Aggressive rhythm basslines punch through the mix. Syncopated trap kicks of hits. Sub hits mimic drift motion. Laser synth stabs cut sharply across stereo field. Background press death growls layered with metallic distortion. Strict down beat kick wobble sub and neon synth ops flickering in rhythm with motion. Vocal chop low rider. Slide, slide. Quick glitch fills accentuate movement. Build up to filtered snare roll rising synth sweep. Turbo FX layered with pitch bend. Vocal silence before impact suspense builds. Even heavier rhythm layers. Double time sub bass. Offbeat stabs mimic sudden will shift. Glitch effects metallic hits. Chaos of high speed drift. Vocal chop slide, slide. Ends with sub bass growl fading into next section. Noise and rip samples layered with the sub bass drum. Metallic clicks plus filtered hi-hats tension building. Rising synth are flickering like neon dashboards. Vocal whisper boosting gauge. Turbo drop loading. Kick clap pattern enters with heavy reverb. Build up 1. 105. Snare rolls begin doubling in speed. Festival horns rise with pitch bend. Turbos pull back fast layered with white noise. Pitch shifted vocal chop. 3, 2, 1 drop. Drop 1, 1. 52, 1 drop. 2, 1 drop. Explosive 808 trap drop. This distorted dubstep bass growls. Subwoofer shake like a nitro boost. Detonation. Offbeat horn stabs cut between wobble bass hits. Hi-hat triplets create non-stop forward momentum. Background chatter bass. Boost it, boost it. Boost it. Boost it, 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 boost it. Beat strips back rolling midway kick the atmospheric pad. Short glitch fills between bars. Turbo mode. Trap step patterns rising up in the back bars. Turbo, turbo, turbo. Boost it, boost it, boost it. High pass filters sweeps the low end away. Rapid snare roll feels like RPM maxing out. Vocal drop, pitched up, boost, boost, boost. Engine ripped up, steps out, ridden. Bass lines laid with trap kicks. Laser synths fire off like sparks. Sub bass growls distort like an overworked engine. Extra percussion, metallic clashing. Atmospheric pulse with soft neopathic traffic sounds. Vocoder whisper drive, boost them about output drop. Rising filter sweep pulls back into final build up. Final drop, all out climax with triple layered bass lines. Trap pulls in away trap drops, frost working together. Turbo hits stacks between phrases. Turbo, turbo, turbo drop. Ends with the huge bass slams. Engine shutting down FX. Neon ARP echoes into distance. Robotic voice system offline. Turbo drop complete. Turbo drop complete. System offline. Turbo drop complete. Boost it, boost it, boost it, boost it, boost it, boost it. Boost it, boost it, boost it, boost it. Boost it, 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 boost it. Build up to habits of the six, the low end away. Rapid snare roll feels like RPM maxing out. Vocal chop, pitched up, boost, boost. And here dubstep style, heavier dubstep style rhythm. Bass line style rhythm, bass lines layered with trap kicks. Laser synths fire off like sparks. Sub bass growls discord like an overworked engine. Extra percussion, for aggression. For aggression, atmospheric calls with soft neon path. Fake traffic sounds, Vocoder whisper, overdrive, maximum output. Rising filter sweep pulls back into final build up. Final drop, all out climax with triple layered bass lines. Trap pulls in away trap trials, rough working together. Turbo hits stacks between phrases. Turbo, turbo, turbo drop. Turbo hits stacks between phrases. Turbo, turbo, turbo drop. Ends with a huge bass slams, slams. Engine shutting down.
Electrical hump, the sexy neon buzz. Loose up bass slowly fades in like charging circuits. Metallic percussion taps, mimic sparks flying. Backflash circuit, pulse, engage. Filter kick pattern creeps in gradually. Build up one. Snare pull increases tempo like electricity arcing. Rising synth sweet glitch effects. Emulate neon flashes. Double top nitro boost. Turbo hiss reverse crash effects build tension. Drop one. In the fade beat. Aggressive baseline layer with distorted 808s. Laser sync stabs cut across stereo feels like sparks. Sub-bass growls pulse like electrical surges. Surging rhythm pulls engine revving synced with bass hits. Vocal circles. Easter's back, kick levels up. Neons and pop flickers, rise circuits flashing. Double shot flow. Night, turbo. Quick glitch fills, accentuating movement. 32, 32, 55, zero swells, rising sense, sweep, pushbacks, vocal charging. Control silence before drop tension peak. Drop to PBO bass layers, triplet, hi-hats, laser stats, chaotic energy. Hop, purple beating into breach. Ambience and hum tensing turbo refs. Light, melodic pop, provide temporary calm. Control the circuits, ignite the night. Rising filter sweep pulls into final drop. Final drop. Final drop. Final drop. That bass half climax with layered 808s. Sub-bass growls, switching kick, movement in heartbeat. Overdrive circuit, pulse, nitro. Aims with the sense of hit, silence. Fading city hums pop, echoes, neons and slowly dissolves. Final whisper. TR4. 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 Final whisper. TR4. TR4. Final drop. And synth slowly dissolves. Final whisper. Part 4. Final drop. Final drop. Final critical fading into virtual bridge. Fading neutral. Silence before hot tension peak. Heavy bass layers to laser stabs of energy. Slow as a bass, kinetic energy. To laser bass cities, what stems came hot of LTG. Purple, flicker, sweep, close into final drop. Final drop. Final drop. Full trap backspace house climax with layered 808s. Sub-bass growls, pulse sidechain kick goes engine heartbeat. Full drop circuit, pulse, nitro. And layers with a sort of sub-hit.
Engine amplified with deep sub-bass well. Metallic hi-hat clicks resembling blinking dashboard lights. Rising fluorescent build up intention like a street race countdown. Vocoder whisper, ignition, engage. Kicks tighten with the heartbeat like pulse. High pass filter sweeps the melody upward. Tires crease sample turbo boost effect. Snare roll accelerates faster and faster. Shifting gears, drop one hustle mimicking an engine roaring. Distorted saw bass trap 808s in sync with subwoofer punches. Drop clicks, stabs, cut through like sparks of metal. Background crowd sample shouting go with reverb. Goes up groove with punchy 808 kick higher rolls. Synth ops glide like neon lights streaking past. Robo chop repeating drive. Build up two-turn layered with growling re-space. Quick turbo boost effects rise higher in pitch. Neural gets jumped into stuttered glitches. Robotic voice dumped into stuttered glitches. Robotic voice nags gear maximum overdrive. Even heavier written bassline slams. Skip rhythm. Wobbling subs mimic drifting tires on wet asphalt. Extra layers of metallic clanks with sort of car crash effects. Lasers and shots like neon signs flickering mid-race. Atmospheric break with echo and city ambience. Some piano melody with heavy reverb like a brief slowdown. Vocoder whisper, unknown. All layers return at max intensity. Double kick pattern simulating outburst acceleration. Acceleration. Bass like growls moves aggressively like the engine redlining. Drop ends with an explosion that fucks sudden silence. Engine slowly powers down, some bass fades. Neon synth arms echo into the distance. Final robotic whisper, ignition terminated. Ignition terminated. Ignition terminated. Silent synth return layered with ground and space. Quick turbo boost effects rise higher in pitch. Snare roll gets chopped into studded glitches. Robotic voice next gear maximum overcharge. Even heavier rhythm bassline slams in rhythm. Bubbling sounds mimic drifting ties on wet asphalt. Extra layers of metallic clanks with orders. Car crashes, fights, lasers and shots like neon signs flickering mid-race.
Thunder effects, backseat hum, low sub bass rises like a charging engine. Metallic percussion mimics electric sparks. Vocal effects whisper cyberstorm. Ignition, filter kick, enter subtle set rhythm. Build up one, Cero raise a set. Sweep, glitch and simulate. Lightning strikes in stereo field. Vocal chops, run for engage. Turbo hiss reverse crash. Anticipation. Drop one, word line layer, distorted 808s. Laser sips cuts cut like electric arcs. Sub bass pulses like energy surges. Sidechain rhythm mimics engine revving in sync with drops. Ignitions. Down kick wobble sub neon synth up flickers like stormy lights passing by. Vocal chop rise surge accelerates. Accentuate motion and chaos. Built up 232 50 faster. Hero lost by semi sweet pitch bend. Full ignition silent set. Before final drop. Drop to even heavier bass layers. Bunch of extra spots. Vocal hi-hats laser stabs. Chaotic storm energy. Sub bass growls dominate like electrical thunder. Vocal storm ends with rumble fading into bridge. Ambient city hum, distant lightning echoes. Light melodic arc provides temporary calm. Control the storm, feel the surge. Rising filter sweep leads into final drop. Full bass house extract, hybrid climax. Layered 808 aggressive synth stats. Sub bass pulses to sidechain kick. Vocal chop, zero ignition. Fading city hum, distant storm echoes. Final whisper like complete. Jumps in, gotta wait to sub in 808s. Laser 6 cuts cut like electric arcs. Sub bass pulses like energy surges. Sidechain rhythm mimics engine revving in sync with drops. Ignitions, bass drifts down, kick falling in sync with drops. Double blitz with drops. Sub bass drops, sub electrical thunder. Filter, global fading into thunder. Hybrid city hum, distant lightning echoes like light. Up device, very calm. Control the storm.
epic thing, sirens, neon hum.
Low sub-bass drum slowly rises.
Metallic percussion, taps mimic steel structures. Vocal effects whisper, dark street amplified.
A filtered pattern creeping gradually. Build up, one. Snare roll accelerates like tires on wet asphalt. Rising synths, glitch effects, tensions. Vocal, chop, copy, engage. Reverse crash, your turbo hits, increase anticipation. Drop one, dun. Aggressive rhythm, baseline layered with distorted 808s. Laser synth stabs, cut sharply like neon reflections. Sub-bass growls, pulse with the king. Sidechain rhythm creates a bouncing industrial motion. Vocal, glitch, dark street amplified. Stripped down beat, kick, wobble, sub. Dark synth thought flickers like neon lights in the fog. Vocal, chop, ride, grind. Glitch effects entering movement between bars. Build up to faster snare rolls, rising synth. Maximum bass, silence right before drop, tension peak. Heavier bass layers, glitch flex, circlet hi-hats, metallic stabs, amplify. Into bass rumble, fading into bridge. NNC hum, distant vitriol echoes. Like melodic upper weight, brief calm. Control the night, feel the vibe. Rising filter sweep leads to final drop, full trap. Industrial bass climax, layered 808s, clitoral hits, increased steps. Sub-bass growls pulsate like a city heartbeat. Vocal chops start airless up. Gauge let me say hum, distant traffic, synth smooth, throttle complete. Aiding city hum, distant traffic. Neon synth slowly dissolves. Final whisper, complete. Keep engine idle, FX layered with sub-bass rumble. Metallic percussion hits like tools dropping in a garage. Glitchy hi-hats sticking like gears turning robotic. Voice engine initiating a drive. Kick pattern starts with low filtered 808s. Build up one. Snare roll accelerates like pistons revving faster, rising industrial effects. Steam hiss, gear grind. Metallic riser builds like turbines spooling out a vocal chop. 3, 2, 1 ignition. Heavy rhythm bass growls with metallic distortion. Kick plus sub hit with mechanical punch. Bass rhythm mimics pistons firing in cycles. Extra aspects, turbo hiss, gear shift glitches. Overdrive on the snare hits. Strip beat kick, industrial percussion. Crank mode. Distant synth runs like glowing machinery. Quick glitch fills between bass hits. Build up, filters make the move slow and lead into snare raw. Engine rev sample rises in pitch distortion. Maximum torque, gauge, silence before drop. Even heavier rhythm drop with syncopated bass stabs. Layered metallic crashes, steel halves. Sub-bass growls with wobble effect like grinding gears. Machine like rhythm, relentless and mechanical. Ambient breakout with faint engine hum, sparks effects. Vocoder whisper, system overheating. Snare roll it turns layered with rising alarms. Final drop, maximum chaos drop. Bass growls, turbo effects, alarms. Hava kick patterns mimic RPM spiking into red line. Vocal chop, stutter, overdrive. Drop ends with massive distorted sub hits. Engine shutdown sound, idle, power off. Metallic cranks echo out, final robotic whisper. Engine offline.
Acceleration, idle effects layered with some bass rumble.
Metallic percussion hits like tools dropping in a garage. Then glitchy hi-hats ticking like gears turning. Robotic voice,
Engine initiating overdrive.
kick patterns starts with low filter 808. Build up one snare roll accelerates like distance revving faster.
Rising in the field effects,
Steam hiss, metallic riser builds like turbine spooling. Countdown, double jump,
3, 2, 1, ignition.
drop one. Heavy rhythm bass growls with metallic distortion. Hit plus sub hit with mechanical punch.
Bass rhythm mimics distance firing in cycles.
Extra effects, turbo hysteria shift glitches.
Overdrive drive on the snare hits.
Strip beat, kick industrial percussion. Rank mode, crank mode, crank mode. Distance and stops like glowing machinery. Quick glitch filled between bass hits. Build up, filter sleep removes low, leaving just snare roll. Engine rip sample rises in pitch distortion. Robotic fucking gauge silence before drop. Even heavier reading drop with syncopated bass stab. Layered metallic crashes, steel along steel. Bass so powerful effect like grinding gears. Machine like rhythm, relentless and mechanical.
Ambient breakdown with faint engine hum sparks effects. Overless of rhythm overheating.
Heroic sounds layered with rising alarms. Final drop, maximum chaos drop. Bass cluster, bumble effects, alarms. Double kick patterns, mimic copy and striking into red line vocal chop. Stutter,
overdrive.
drop ends with this massive distorted sub hit. Silence, engine shut down sound. Metallic clanks echo out. Final robotic whisper.
Engine offline. Engine offline.
Drive on the stair hits. Overdrive on the stair hits. Crank moves, moves. Distance and synth lots like glowing machinery. Quick glitch fills between bass hits. Build up to filter sweep removes low and leading to snare roll. Engine ref sample rises in pitch distortion. Robotic fucking gauge silence before drop. Even heavier rhythm drop with syncopated bass stabs. Layered metallic crashes, steel on steel. Impact sub bass crossel effect like grinding gears. Machine like rhythm, relentless and mechanical.
Ambient breakdown with faint engine hum sparks effects.
Vocoder whisper, system overheating serum. In an even heavier rhythm drop with syncopated bass stabs. Final drop on the clutch, steel on steel. Impact sub bass cross with wobble effects like grinding gears. Machine like rhythm, relentless and mechanical.
Ambient breakdown with faint engine hum sparks effects.
Vocoder whisper, system overheating.
Sound effects.
Low pass 808, rumble purring like an idling engine. Metallic hi-hats tapping like pistons. Bubble choppers, overdrive engaged. Built as reverb and sound risers. Distorted turbo hiss. Built up, one speeds up, mimics tapping or rising. Bass growl ramps higher like RPMs climbing. Shift. Tire screech effects right before the drop. Drop one, massive trap drop. Distorted earwaves hit it like gear punches. Rolling reese, bass layered with engine revs. Sound design, sidechain pump feels like throttle bursts. Turbo blow off effects between bass hits. Aggressive synth stab accents like shifting gears. Minimal beat with deep sub hi-hat rolls. Faint engine hum gear clicks. Torque rising, overdrive active. Build suspense with a pitch rising lid. Build up two, faster snare layer with rise and distorted synth. Car acceleration FX synced with riser. Vocal chop stutter in G. Short silence before impact. Heavier bass house groove with dirty saw stabs. Syncopated kick bass combo feels like downshifts. Revving bass light effects layered under groove. Extra turbo wishes hydraulic pressure bursts. Ambient highway sounds, cars passing high speed. Filtered pop melody resembling dashboard electronics. Fuel injection complete. Prepare for max torque. Final drop. Hybrid of drop one to strop to with full distortion unleashed.
bass growls chopped into rapid sequences equals an engine backfires. Drive, overdrive, layered into rhythm. Ends with one last long bass growl fading like an engine cutoff. Engine shuts down, ignition click. Echoing turbo hiss fades into silence, final whisper.
Cannot be disengaged.
Heavier bass house groove with dirty saw stabs. Syncopated kick, bass combo feels like downshifts. Revving bass line effects layered under groove. Extra turbo whooshes, hydraulic pressure bursts. Heavier bass house groove with dirty saw stabs. Syncopated kick, bass combo feels like downshifts. Revving bass line effects layered under groove. Heavier bass house groove with dirty saw stabs. Syncopated kick, bass combo feels like downshifts. Revving bass line effects layered under groove. Extra turbo whooshes, hydraulic pressure bursts. Heavier bass house groove with dirty saw stabs. Syncopated kick, bass combo feels like downshifts. Revving bass line effects layered under groove. Extra turbo whooshes, hydraulic pressure bursts. Heavier bass house groove with dirty saw stabs. Syncopated kick, bass combo feels like downshifts. Revving bass line effects layered under groove. Extra turbo whooshes, hydraulic pressure bursts. Ambient highway sounds, cars passing at high speed.
City hum, faint electronic reactor hums.
The bass slowly rises like energy charging in a reactor. Metallic percussion taps mimic sparks flying. Vocal effects, whisper, clicks, drive, reactor. Filtered kick fades in subtly. Build up 1-5. Snare roll accelerates like system powering up. Rising glitch, synth, sway guts, tension, vocal chops engage. Turbo hiss, reverse, crash effects, simulate energy surge. Drop 1050 bridge line layered with distorted 808s. Laser stabs cut sharply across stereo field. Sub-bass pulses like reactor core surges. Sidechain rhythm mimics engine revving at high speed. Roach drive, reactor, filtered kick, phasing subtly. Build up, snare roll, funding, rise, accelerate, build, bundle, drop, glitch, bass layers, slippery with flying, vocal FX, whisper, click, drive, reactor, buckle, kick, fades in subtly. Build up 1, in reactor hum, neon city echoes. Snare roll accelerates, flex, temporary calm. Rising glitch, synth, sweet bass tension, vocal chop. Turbo hiss, reverse, crash engage. Turbo beats into final drop. Vocal hiss, reverse, crash effects, save. Turbo hiss, crash effects, simulate energy surge. Drop 1050 bridge lines layered with distorted 808s. Drop rising glitch, bass head layered with distorted 808s. Laser synth stab, cut through the accelerates. Laser synth stabs cut sharply across stereo field. Sub-bass pulses like reactor core surges. Fading city hum, fister reactor echoes. Final whisper, reactor complete. Couple freaks. Fading city hum, fister reactor echoes. Final whisper, reactor complete. Couple freaks. Fading city hum, distant reactor echoes. Final whisper, reactor complete. Couple freaks.
Lows and bass on distant city, neon on the us. Metallic percussion taps like circuits powering up. Vocal effects whisper, hyperdrive, voltage. Filter kick gradually fades in, mimicking engine ignition. Build up one rising snare, roll synth sweep. Pitch rising glitch accession, vocal jumper act re-engage. Turbo hiss reverse crash effects, built anticipation. Drop 150, aggressive bassline layered with distorted 808s. Laser synth stabs cut sharply across stereo fields. The bass growls pulse like neon sparks. Sidechain rhythm mimics engine revving, vocal glitch, hyperdrive voltage. Voltage. Beat strips down, kick throttle, up neon synth stop, flickers like dashboard lights. Vocal chop, drive accelerate, erect one free. Glitches hacks activate motion, build up to activate fastest than rear robots to snare rolls. Voltage surge, hyperdrive, silence maximum tension before final drop. Drop to heavier bass layers, glitch effects. Triplet hi-hats, laser stabs, and has chaotic energy. Some bass growls dominate like turbocharged engine. Vocal guap, a rat one free. Rat one free image. A rat one free. A rat one free image. Rat wall drop. Voltage. Even logo fading into bridge. Line melodic up, temporary calm. Control the hyperdrive, feel the voltage. Rising filter sweep leads into final drop. Final drop, final drop, final drop, final drop, final drop, final drop. Full electro bass high layer with distorted 808s. Laser synth stabs cut sharply across stereo field. Some bass growls pulse like neon sparks. Sidechain rhythm mimics engine revving, vocal glitch. Hyper massive distorted sub-hit. Silence, fading ambient city hum, neon echoes, final whisper. Ride complete, ride one free. Voltage, ride one free.
Ambient city hum, its distant sirens like a car engine starting. Metallic percussion taps like stealth with footsteps. Vocal effects whisper midnight bass. Raid, filtered kicks slowly enters. Build up one. Snare roll accelerates when approaching adrenaline. Rising synth sweep glitch effects simulate neon lights flickering. Vocal chop, pitch forward engage. Turbo hiss reverse crash effects height and anticipation. Drop 150. Aggressive bassline layered with distorted 808s. Laser synth stabs slice across stereo fields. Sub-bass pulses like turbocharged tires. Sidechain rhythm mimics rapid night chase. Vocal glitch, midnight bass. Raid, substitute fence speed, rich bubbles up neons and pop. Flickers like street lights passing by. Vocal chop, build accelerate. Glitch accentuate motion and systems. Vocal effects whisper neon. Bassline grows, bass like full throttle engine. Glitchy backstabs, laser stabs, no chaotic chase of bass growls dominate like full throttle engine. Vocal stutter, page 4-3, and swinter bridge. In city and fake sirens, bright melodic compromise, temporary calm. Control the rate, feel the bass. Rising filter sweep bleeds into final drop. Final drop. Final drop. Regress devo hits house hybrid climax. Layer 808s, aggressive synth stabs. Sub-bass pulses sync to sidechain kick. Vocal chop, stutter, midnight bass laid. Ends with massive distorted sub-hits. Fading city hum with distant neon echoes. Final whisper, ride complete. Thunderous fourth third sub-hit. Rich thought drops. Sub-bass pulses like turbocharged tires. Sidechain riddle your field mix. Beyond it, beyond echoes. City, it's on neon echoes. Final whisper, rate complete. Begin city, it's on neon echoes. Final whisper, rate complete. City humming, distant traffic ambiance. Flows of bass, rises like an engine warming up. Metallic hi-hats stab like dashboard indicators. Vocal effects whisper neon drift protocol. filtered accelerators. Build up like accelerating serals, mimic tires screeching, rising things with glitch effects, simulate flickering neon lights. Circle chop, feel working gauge. Turbo hiss, reverse crash effects, build tension.
Drop one, orphan baseline, multiple brain weights. All resistance that's get trivial cross, stereo field. Some bass, pulses like engine revs. Touching them, people drifting sensation.
Vocal click, neon drift, berg off. Kick suddenly enters. Filtered accelerators. Build up like accelerating zero of that.
Rolls mimic tires.
Build up warning zeros, mimic tires screeching, rising things with glitch effects, simulate flickering neon lights.
Turbo chop, working gauge. Crash effects, build up armor. Baseline refit, no flip light, situate neon. Turbo chop, working gauge. Crash effects, turbo chop, working gauge.
Turbo hits, reverse crash effects, build tension. Drop one hits, reverse crash effects, build tension. Drop low hits, reverse crash effects, build tension. Drop one hits, reverse crash effects, build tension. Drop low hits, reverse crash effects, build tension.
Drop one.
Drop low hits, reverse crash effects, build tension.
Drop one.
Drop low hits, reverse crash effects, build tension.
Drop one.
Drop low hits, reverse crash effects, build tension.
Go!
Kick suddenly enters. Main city Humvee turbo sounds like melodic butterfly by temporary calm.
Control the drift,
Feel the neon. Rising filter secret leads into final drop. Final drop.
full trap, X-Bass house, hybrid climax. Layered it away, flight, consistent stats. Sub-bass, processing, side chain kick. Local drops, and the drift, circle. Ends with mix and distorted, sub-hit.
Fading city hum, neon echoes. One whisper.
Ride complete. Bird. Ride complete. Bird. Ride complete. Bird. Ride complete. Bird. Drop one. Drop one. Drop one. Drop one.
Build tension.
Go! Bird.
Can see lights.
Traffic, distance, and silence, neon bars. The bass rumble slowly rises like an engine pulling up. Soft hi-hats, tap like dashboard indicators. Vocal whisper lights, racer, engage. Filtered kick pattern, to suddenly build up wall speeds up minutes, accelerating tires. Rising since we flicks up. For the drop, turbo hits, reverse of FX, no tension. Drop wide, with so tense and baseline layered with trap 808s. Beat laser synth stabs, cut sharp through stereo field. Sub-bass growls vibrate like car windows on full volume. Sidechain rhythm equals engine pulse sync with drop. Vocal glitch, night racer drop. Beat stress down, keep it in all sub. Neon on melody flickers like street lights. Vocal trap, drive, drift, fly. Glitch pencil, speaks the speech between bass hits. Build up to, pick up bass line. Faster stereo walls rising. Spin, Titan racing progress. Big build up more speeds up, minutes accelerating tires. Rising since we flicks, we got up. For the grip on this, it's a grip. For the wanted, obsolete. We're on temporary calm. Go strong, got feet, final drop, final drop. Full trap, high break, dubstep, climax. Layered in a waist, push, sin, stab. Vocal blade, racer, drop. This week's master sport is up, yeah, tell us. Black lead, that echoes. Vocal, this week, final drop. Night racer drop, press out. The pace was massive, distorted some hit. How can higher beat neon echoes vocally replacer? Vocal weak, complete neon echoes vocal with stereo factor. Right, complete, bracer. Deep, low-end rumble simulating a car idling. Metallic percussion taps like tools clanking in a garage. With your rise effects resembling nitrous tanks hissing. Vocal chop, nitro, engaged. Slur wheel trap beat with rolling hi-hats, enters build up blunder. Run speeding up like RPM, rising siren sits climb higher. Turbo spool effects layered with distortion. Pitch bend, vocal haste line ignition. In 3 to 1, drop 1 ton 150 to 1. Drop, explosive trap, 808 bass, treble bubble sub layers. Heavy syncopated kicks, simulate. Tire slams on asphalt, rattling hi-hat, triplets bluff beat. Collapsing heartbeat, dirty growl. Bass hits with stutters like turbo, backfire bombs. Growl, go, 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 go. Minimal beat with eerie synth arps, distorted vocal chops, repeating nitro, nitro. Low frequency, LFO bass gliding under the groove. Short trap fill, snare rope 2. High pass filter sweeps, everything but snare. Racing gear shift effects layered with revving engine samples. Snare roll, double speed like RPM redlining. Robotic announcer voice, activate, overdrive. Harder rhythms, fire bassline, choppy and metallic. Triple kick, punches like rapid fire acceleration. Car crash effects and glitch stutters, enhanced chaos bassline wobbles. Mimic drifting, skidding tires. Calm moment, ambient city noise, vocoder line. No limits, only speed. Distant engine rev, gradually rising. Trap and zero, slowly fades back in final drop. Maximum energy drop with layered bass stacks. Trap horns, festival lead synths. Avalanche sub-bass punches shaking like nitro explosions. Extra vocal chop, nitro bass line. Let's ride! Distant echoing out, fading into night robotic whisper. Each sequence complete.
Distancing how vibrate graphic bass. Lows of bass gradually rises. Metallic percussion taps like energy circuits. Vocal effects whisper overload. Fuel ignite. Filter kick slowly fades. Snare roll accelerates like turbo revs. Rising synth sweet glitch extensions.
Ghost pass, prepare. Reverbic method human dissipation. Layered with distorted 808 laser
wildly like neon streaks of bass cross pulse with kick vocal shaking activation. Sidechain rhythm mimics engine thumping, overload ray fuel.
Strip on beat, kick, wobble, sub, neon synth pop flickers like strobe lights, vocal chop, rave ghost. Glitch accentuate motion between bass hits.
Build up to turn into 55.
Faster snare rolls, rising synth sweep.
Fuel up overload.
Silence before drop maximum tension.
Track 2.
Even heavier bass layers, split triplet hi-hats, laser steps, enhance chaotic energy.
Distorted sub-bass crowds mimic engine explosions. Go Ghost Bass. Ghost Bass ends with bass rumble feeding into bridge.
Ambient CD, dusted rave, proud hum. Light melodic art provides temporary calm.
Control the overload.
Feel the fuel. Rising filter sweep leads into final drop.
Final drop.
Full bass house X trap, hybrid climax.
Radar wings.
Aggressive synth stabs.
Sub-bass calls pulse with sidechain kick.
Vocal chop, overload, ray fuel.
Ghost Bass
Ends with massive distorted sub hit.
silence.
Ambient city, unfading crowd. Hope, the low sea on synth slowly dissolves.
Final whisper complete. Ghost Bass. The Bass. Ghost Bass. Ghost Bass. Ghost Bass. Ghost with bass light figures like strobe lights. Football complete. Ghost. Ambient highway effect. Deep sub-bass drone mimicking an engine humming in the dark. Ethereal synth pads drift in with heavy reverb. Vocoder whisper. The phantom highway. Slow trap beat fades in with 808 kick. Crisp hi-hat rolls. Golden snares gain speed like tires spinning up. Rising synth arb equals headlights cutting through fog. Fairway sweep effects climbing into tension. Drop 115 to Hawkway. Cinematic dubstep growls layer with trap 808s. Wobble sub-bass echoes like ghost cars passing. Metallic clang effects equals gargoyle shaking. Offbeat claps, glitch stabs, keep it edgy. Backway, highway, highway, highway. Backway, highway, highway. Beat strips back, kick airy hi-hats. Neon synth lead with reverb, tail fades and haunting. Vocal chop lost forever, stretched and distorted. Reversed effects swirl between bass hits. Snare roll is layered with ghost whispers. Sweeping risers, climber glitch crackles. Prepare for the void, sudden silence before drop. Heavier sub-growls, distorted rhythm bass layers. Thunder whisper turns the phantom highway. Slow track beating rhythm simulates tunnels and sharp turns. Laser synth stabs cut like lightning bolts in the skyline. Lightning light in the skyline. Atmospheric breakdown, distant track haunting female vocal sample with long echo. Engine rev slowly fades back in. Final drop fully fades back in. Final drop. Full cinematic drop with stacked on bass growls. Sub-bass distortion shakes like a collapsing highway. Vocal chops start a phantom highway. Ends with a long distorted bass hit. Fades to silence. Neon light echoes one last time. Final whisper, the ride never ends. Echoes one last time. Final whisper, the ride never ends. Never ends.
hum, fade, rave, syntax. Sub-bass gradually rises like engine ignition. Metallic percussions tap like lights flickering in a club. Vocal effects whisper, ravecore, overload. Filter kick suddenly enters, build up one. Serene snare rolls rising synth sweep. Glitch extra, energy overload. Vocal chop, distort, engage. Turbo hiss, reverse crash effects, increase tension. Drop wife, one victor. Aggressive bassline layered with distorted 808s. Laser synth stabs slice across stereo field. Sub-bass pulses like turbocharged engines. Sanctioned rhythm creates chaotic rave engine. Rave core overload. Core overload. Filtered kick suddenly enters. Builder born. Walls up, neon zipped up. Focus like city lights shoot past. So sharp, overload, accelerate. Glitches, access motion intensely. Build up to 250. Builder more. Faster snare rolls, rising synth sleep. Prepare full overload. Silent maximum tension before final drop. Even heavier bass layers, glitch effects. Triplet hi-hats, laser steps, chaotic full throttle energy. Sub-bass growls dominate like turbocharged engines at peak. Filtered enters rumble fading into bridge. Ambient city hum, fade neon echoes. Light melodic art provides temporary calm. Controlled overload, feel the rave core. Rising filter sweep leads into final drop. Final drop. Final drop. Final drop. Final drop. Full rave core, X-Bass house hybrid climax. Layered A-rates, aggressive synth stabs. Sub-bass pulses synth to side chain kick. Vocal chop, stutter, distorted sub-hit. Fade, say hum. Say hum. Say hum. Say hum. Say hum. Say hum. Final whisper. Ride complete. Builder 1. Destroyer. Destroyer.
Distant cars, neon buzz, echoing footsteps. Symbolic sub-bass drone sense a dark atmosphere. Active clicks, mimic traffically switching vocal whisper with reverb. Neon streets alive. Slow halftime beat enters with AOE kick. Hi-hat rolls build up one unity. Entirety of synth riser sweep upward like glowing lights flickering on. Distorted focus climbing in pitch. Drop one hook. Rhythm bassline with deep wobble split stutters. Sounds of something new waves layered under body bass ground synths in sync with the rhythm. Offbeat claps high, triplets keep it trap inspired. If it's true, feel like car hydraulics bouncing. slowly dissolves. Final whisper, low rider, out. Reintroduced, ride the night under neon light. Filter suite prepares for final build, final drop. All layers return at full intensity. Double bass growls layered with pitched down subs. Trap horns blast like neon sirens, extra vocal chops, stutter street neon. Rhythm, final slam ends with distortion crackle, silence.
On the city now sounds decline, close the point footsteps. Slow rumbling, some bass sound sentiment like atmosphere. Metallic percussive clicks mimic traffic light switching. Vocal whisper with reverb, neon streets alive. Puppy enters when they awaken higher. Rolls filled up one and entire. Neon synth voices swing upward like glowing lights flickering on. Distorted, activate. Enter rev effects climbing in pitch. Drop them on dropping heavy rhythm bass line with deep wobbles per glitch. Stutters, subwoofer thumping 808s layered under a body bass round ends with the rhythm. Offbeat, clap high, triplet cubic traffic. Bass hits feel like hydraulics bouncing. Strip down beat, just kicks some wobble. Echoing melody plays in the distance. All rider pitch down with delay. Quick splash effects and clutch fills. Another light 230 zoom fills. Current lights and sweet pills tension. Lamps down goals accelerate like a countdown. Short turbo hits fast riser before the slam. Bass incoming. Level bass lines more syncopated. More syncopated. Bass drums, it's a dark atmosphere. Sounds of perfect lights, switching on the list of whisper, neon streets alive. Long time
sub wobble, echoing neon up melody plays in the distance. Oh, rider, pitch down with delay, quick scratch effects and glitch fills. Siren listen, sweet builds tension, layers air long accelerate like a countdown. Short turbo effects rise up before the slam, no bass incoming. Even heavier rhythm, wobble, bass lines more sympathetic. High pitch resistance, shots cutting through. Bass distortion, land to feel a concrete wall shaking. Ambient breakdown, distant traffic noise, smooth traps, air hi-hat groove reintroduced. Ride the night under neon light. Filter suite prepares for final build, final drop. All layers return in full intensity. Double bass grounds layer with pitch down sound. Strap points blast like neon sirens. Extra vocal chop start a street neon rim. Final slam ends with distortion, crackle, silence. Engine idle sound fading away. Neon off slowly dissolves. Final whisper. Low rider out.
Engine rest, rumbling low, sub bass, metallic percussion, taps mimic sparks flying, vocal effects whisper inferno, ignite. Filter kick pattern creeps in gradually, rising synth effects simulate heat waves. Build up one. Snare roll increases like fire spreading, distorted synths rising pitch like molten energy building. Glitch, Vulga, sub, inferno. Turbo hiss reverse, crash effects create tension. Traction through the bassline layered with distorted 808s. Side chain kicks, pulse like flames erupting. Laser stabs cut sharply, wicked sparks flying. Sub bass growls rattle everything like molten bass. Inferno. Beat drums back, 808 true bass. Neon synth on flickers like molten lava flows. Vocal chop, or red zone, feel the heat. Cliplet hi-hats, laser snaps, incarnate inferno feel. Snare rolls, rising synth sweep. Prepare for destruction, silence before drop, tension peak. Steer bass layers, triplet hi-hats, laser snaps, incarnate inferno feel. Subwoofer inferno, mimic explosive lava surges over for inferno. Ends with bass rumble, fading brief bridge. Ambient humming up provides brief calm. Control the blaze. Rising filter sweep leads into final drop. Full random trap hybrid chaos. 808s aggressive synth stabs. Sub bass growls pulsate like a firestorm. Vocal chop stutter inferno benzo. Ends with massive distorted sub hit. Summons. Fading ambient hum neon sparks. Echo subtle engine rumble dies out. Final whisper, inferno complete. Vibrate cap.
ambient snow, sub-bass drone sets a dark rolling vibe. Metallic hi-hats tapping like pistons or dashboard clicks. Vocal
Throttle vibe.
filter kicks slowly building tension. Build up one. Snare rolls accelerate like tachymeter RPM. Rising synth sweep, glitch effects equals boost.
First shift back 3, 3,
Turbo hiss and reverse crash effects create suspense. Drop 150. Heavy trap, 808 distorted bassline hitting hard. Offbeat laser synths cut like neon streaks. Sub-bass growls layered for full subwoofer impact. Sidechain rhythm equals feeling of engine pulsating.
throttle, throttle, throttle.
Trip down groove kick wobble sub. Neon synth art flicker like dashboard lights.
Throttle, hack, vibin'.
Glitch effects accentuate motion between bars. Build up to 250, 250 back. Faster snare rolls, thrust, rising synth sweep, sweep.
Throttle up, throttle.
Silence right before drop for maximum impact. Zero EVA bassline with distorted stutters. Triplet hi-hats, laser stabs at chaotic energy. Sub-bass growls layered with glitch effects.
Vocal blitz.
Rumble fading into bridge. Ambient city hum faint turbo sounds. Melodic app fades in temporary calm. Patrol the streets, maintain the vibe. Rising filter sweep pulls into final drop. Final drop, final drop. Full on trap, ace house hybrid with layered 808s. Bass growl sync with sidechain kick into pulsation.
Throttle, hack 3 beats.
Working on distorted sub hit silence. Engine idle effects fading away. Neon synth echoes dissolve, final whisper ride complete.
H4, buffer impact.
Metallic percussion tap, distant sirens. Vocal evade, turbo engage. Bass house trap, hybrid climax.
Better Titan Fox.
Snare rolls, rising synths. Glitch effect, vocal chop. And no photo. Jagged bass trap, 808s. Laser synth stabs cut through stereo field. Sub-bass growls pulse like an engine heartbeat. Strip beat kick wobbles up. Neon synth that flickers, eerie ghostly effect. Build up to 4, 2, thermal and fleet. Silence before final drop. Drop bass growls pulse like an engine heartbeat. Strip beat kick wobbles up. Long sub-bass kick wobbles up. Filtered melodic dark tension. Final drop. Big house drop hybrid climax. Turbo engage, turbo melodic dark tension. Final drop. Jagged bass trap, 808s. Laser synth stabs cut through stereo field. Sub-bass growls pulse like an engine heartbeat. Stripped beat kick wobble sub. Neon synth that flickers, eerie ghostly effect. Build up to 4, final drop. Full rhythm glitch bass layers. Sub-bass pulses with engine revs. Vocal of engine revs. Vocal ghost wave, enter boom, engine revs. First wave, enter no revs. After more melodic dark tension. Final drop, bass house trap hybrid climax. Layered 808s, glitch effects, double ghost wave. Engage, engage, engage. Fading neon echoes, ambient home. Right complete, enter awful numb. Right complete, enter awful dumb. Bass house trap hybrid climax. Filtered melodic dark tension. Final drop.
Bass house drop hybrid climax. Layer 808s, glitch effects, double ghost wave. Engage. Double plate. No photo.
A looser bass rises like an engine warming up. Metallic percussion, distant city hum. Vocal effects whisper.
Turbo shockwave.
Filter kick gradually enters. Accelerating snare rolls, rising synth sweep. Glitch simulate energy charging. Vocal chop.
Press 3 and key 3.
Engage. Turbo hits reverse crash, heighten and deplete. perturbation. Drop on 150, perturbation. Aggressive bass line layered with distorted 808s. Laser synth stabs cut across the radio field like light beams. Bass pulses like turbocharged engine surges. Sidechain rhythm mimics car acceleration.
Turbo shockwave.
Strip down beat kick wobble sub. Neo synth arc flickers like passing city lights. Vocal shockwave. For epic players purple shockwave. What hi-hats and laser stabs create chaotic energy. Sub bass growls dominate like sonic explosions. Vocal S3 and for rumble fading into bridge. City hum, faint turbo echoes. Light melodic up provides temporary calm. Control the shockwave, feel the turbo. Rising filter sweep leads into final drop.
Final drop. Final drop.
Turbo shockwave.
Final drop.
Turbo hits the first crash, heighten and perturbation. Drop on 150, perturbation. Aggressive bass line layered with distorted 808s. Laser synth stabs cut across the radio field like light beams. Bass pulses like turbocharged engine surges. Sidechain rhythm mimics car acceleration.
Turbo shockwave.
Strip down beat kick wobble sub. Neo synth arc flickers like passing city lights. Vocal shockwave. Purple shockwave. What hi-hats and laser stabs create chaotic energy. Vocal shockwave. Players purple shockwave.
Shockwave.
Strip down beat kick wobble sub. Neon synth arc flickers like passing city lights.
Vocal shockwave. Final drop.
Vibration champion.
Final drop.
Glitching sets you wake with sensation of speed. Build up to 230 to 55 foundation. Faster snare rolls, rising synth sweep. Pitch bend vocal fave.
Shockwave.
Shockwave. City hum, faint turbo echoes. Light melodic up provides temporary calm. Control the shockwave, feel the turbo. Rising filter sweep leads into final drop.
Final drop. Pronto shockwave.
Feel the wave.
Pronto shockwave.
Feel the turbo.
Protocol initiated. A tidal wave of neural bass slides in the mix. Think high-speed growls, mid-range wobbles, and ultra-tight light drums. Kick and snare slap with industrial pistons. Sound design blends gritty distortions and modulations in stereo padding chaos. Metallic zaps and rising screeches dark across the sonic fields like data storms. Emergence in place. Neuroshock, cascade, override. Chrome beat strips down to a minimalist groove. Syncopated bass plugs dance over deep subs. A cybernetic vocal sample cuts. Input deny pathway corrupted short central fills. Mimic alarm signals and hi-hat flicker like wires sparking. Build a plane of keyboard distort. Counted down on the relays the building tension. 4, 3, 2. A vocal cascade spirals downward. Neuro. Final 7 members to a breakdown point. Pressure mounting. Salivation. Baseline fragments and reforms rapidly. It's chaotic and hyperactive. The glitches interrupt the flow like corrupted memory sectors. As sub-bass pushes chest rattling energy. A new melodic layer enters. Eerie bells drenched in reverb cut through the distortion like a haunting sigil. Lost in noise. Random digital screeches mimic AI screaming in overload. Sudden silence. Ambient paths and granular vocal layers drift. Time stretched and ethereal. Synthetic whispers. Echoes of the cascade. Reverse arc slowly fades in, looping hypnotically. Everything becomes soft, too calm. Shock. Maximum. The drop reboots with aggressive stabs and glitch crime tension. Fragmenting patterns warp time like bass fracturing through dimensions. Heavy synth growl. Drums go double time, creating a crushing climax. Final vogue. Everything collapses.
electric aftertaste. A filtered heartbeat pulse echoes softly or less. Computer click and system shut down. And system shut down. Cybernetic vocal sample cuts. Shots and difference to the breakdown point pressure mounting. Corrupted. Corrupted. Shut down. Neuro. Neuro. Digital static filters surge and collapse in pulses. Mechanical filtering sweeps left to right like a corrupted firewall scan. A robotic voice chants in distortion. Image-wise filter storm protocol. Blow and growl bills underneath a fluttering siren synth. Crack! A single percussion hit slashes the silence like a warning. Confusing this is not to do it. Blistering beat like right for distortion gate. Storm slam with upper complex and combo. Syncopated with hi-hat burst. Syncopated with tight hi-hat burst. Main synth swirl change layered with modular filter modulation. Cutting like a digital blade. Bass flash. Drop. The flash. Drop. Flows into a styrofoam groove. Robotic swing of ass. 808s bounce in a filter synth. Blocks and distant alarm effects. Controversial signature routine plays. Reversely blind that swirls in stereo. Vocal style. Bass flash activated. Target engaged. Fills up both rise and fall unpredictably like a malfunctioning waveform scanner. Snare rolls like a loop in crushed reverb. Total filter resonance max sound. Creating a screaming riser. Robotic voice. Prepare for secondary overload. Drop your load. Plug it engaged. Switch it to double speed and the bass is now layered with a pulsing phase. The snare is splittered to a gate and echo trail. Almost letting into silence before he's part of seats. And now has a mid-range scream with a dark tail following every kick. Vocal interjects. Bass slash system torn. Suddenly quiet, just a low analog hum and ticking hi-hat mimic your countdown. Pitch modulated vocal whispers. Slow. Solid brace. And a synth arc spirals out like a train of corrupted data. Not filter strum, everything is hard at the first and cranked for chaos. If you metallic reverb rock tail lines behind every drum hit. Bass is tuned to the point of sounding like machinery shredding metal. Effects, simulated electrical discharges, vital vocal slice. Kicker a force load, straining the storm. Filter resonance fades into an overload hum. Final beat fades to silence, a corrupted system voice utters. Pressure storm, pyramid. Warbling low and the signal stutters into life like a corrupted started sequence. High frequency beats tap out a digital Morse code. Grainy ambient pads simulate a malfunctioning control panel. A synthetic voice glitches in with stuttering phrases. I jam initializing flux core unstable. Distorted risers hint at something explosive. Building beneath the surface. Boom! A crunchy distorted bassline smashes in with heavy low-end thrust. Kick drums are thick with trap-inspired snares slicing through like terminal pings. A jagged lead synth flickers in a chopped loop, sounding like data breaking apart. Laser zaps and bite crunch effects intercut between phrases. Vocal dropped, terminal flux, mind face detonate. Beat strips down to a syncopated bass groove with minimal percussion. A rhythmic staccato synth echoes like blinking cursor lights. Chopped glitch vocals whisper. Flux trace initiated, syncing mind frame. Static pops and buffer noises add texture as the system begins to stabilize. Terminal flux, mind face detonate. Beat strips to a syncopated bass groove with minimal percussion. A rhythmic staccato synth echoes like blinking cursor lights. Chopped glitch vocals whisper. Synth initiated, syncing mind frame. Static pops and buffer noises add texture as the system begins to stabilize. but stabilize. Will melt down, bass hits harder, almost robotic, with every kick sounding like machinery slamming shut. The lead synth is worked in reverse, cycling in spirals like a flux vortex. Percussion layers intensify, clicky snares clanking metal hits and reverse crashes. The drum freedom collapse, terminal engaged. Beat cuts out entirely, only fragmented sounds remain. Clicks, reverse snippets, phaser sweeps. A robotic choir pad shimmers faintly in the background. Whispers drifting between sectors, minding force, sounding raw and unstable. Beat layers break and reform mid-drop, sounding rattle ends off fatal reboot attempts. Final shout, the fading terminal tone looks like a dying server ding. All instruments phase out through a flanger filter spiral. Last sound, one distant synth beat, then digital silence. Static pops and buffer noises add texture as the system begins to stabilize. From it all flux, all the tempo suddenly shifts up. Hi-hats roll and skip erratically. A rising reverb fills the system expanding. Enter, centum expanding, input overload. Sudden silence and a rapid fire safe on Pameo. Counting down. Dropping down, full meltdown. Bass hits harder, almost robotic, with every kick sounding like machinery slamming shots. The lead synth is worked in reverse, cycling in spirals like a flux vortex. Percussion layers intensify, clicky snares clanking metal hits and reverse crashes. The strong freedom collapse, by jam collapse, terminal engaged. Beat cuts out entirely. Only fragmented sounds remain. Clicks, reverse snippets, phaser sweeps. A robotic choir pad shimmers faintly.
Cold wing sweeps in, digitally processed and echoing through metallic chambers. Faint chimes shimmer like frozen crystals falling in slow motion. Low subremovable pulses beneath a high-pitched reverse butch motif of a fragmented vocal warped by digital frost. System locked, Oreo drop, initializing rewind. Click static ice crackles, then silence.
Drop slams in like a cryogenic chain mix, floating open, freezing bass wobbles freeze and shatter midline. Back by snare hits, left salad breaking glass. A shimmering lead synth flutters with icy delay, glitching like corrupted memory sectors. Rhythmic glitch stands between channels. Mind, crash it again. Tempo slows slightly, entering a chilled breakdown. Sub-bass zones of the different glitch hats and filtered path swells. The digital heartbeat pulses, a whispered robotic voice. Frozen frame, memory loop, initiating rewind cycle. Sudden reverse effects, pull the beat backwards like a tape reel snapping. Feel the risers build up from ice cracked samples and reversed hi-hat rolls. Pitch bend sits climb up for attention. Vocal countdown, drop the freeze, cue the vacuum silence.
Crashes down, bass growling deeper, filtered through a frost-covered modulator. Late synth now warped like it's stuck in a frozen glitch. New percussion elements, metallic clangs, icy rim shots, river-drenched crashes. The vocal returns.
This is your cryo drop, no escape from the rewind. Everything crumbles, kick cuts out, only fractured synth shards and frozen delay tails remain.
Time stretch samples glitch crackle, then phase out. A single line emerges from the noise, still frozen, still rewinding.
All elements return with force, now layered in deeper. The bass is sharper, the lead now morphing live with granular effects. Sub-vocal screen through glitch filters, risers hit mid-drop, adding chaos. Cryo drop reset,
Hard rewind.
the beat decays, freezing in place. bass fades out like it's sinking into deep snow. Last element, a single reverse pad slowly thawing into silence.
Screen glitch S effect.
End.
The beat decays, freezing in place. Bass fades out like it's sinking into deep snow. Last element, a single reverse pad slowly thawing into silence. Screen glitch S effect. End.
An ominous digital atmosphere fills the air with crackling, static firewall alarm sounds. Synth flow with glitchy distorted tones mimicking data scrambling behind a firewall. Subtle pockets, clicks and reverse samples, signal please, voice bell. Robotic voice whispers.
Firewall breach detected. Initiate crash code sequence.
Soft image sense pulse steadily, simulating digital heartbeats. Drop 1. Heavy bass drum crashes from a powerful distorted sub-bass and bunch of kicks. Hi-hats filled with rapid fire triplets and snappy snares. English bass slicers and waves through the beat layer. Digital depth vocal chomplage. Syncopating phrases like crush code bridge, synth stab hits and laser sounds accentuate the aggressive energy. The intensity hyper slightly to reveal a rhythmic synth pattern glitching and working around the vocals.
Access denied. Firewall locked.
The percussion simplifies and emphasizes the bass wobble and clicks, creating tension before the next drop. Rising synth words of introducing filter resonance, build anticipation, snare rolls accelerate with digital noise layered on top. 3, 2, 1. A high pitch read climbs and cuts sharply before the drop. Bass returns with heavy distortion and more complex rhythm. Sub-bass pulses slam with syncopated kicks, while glitch effects weave and stutter patterns. Vocal chops become more frantic and urgency. Crush code over high, executed full force with handed legs give a cybernetic edge. The beat has suddenly leaving a sparse, eerie synth pad and filter glitch. Noises a reverse vocal sample, echoes faintly. Tension mounts as the sound slowly builds back up with glitch, clap hands, elements return in full force with an added layer of distorted bass and high energy percussion, leaving rapidly around a thick aggressive subs and stabs and digital crashes create a chaotic yet controlled complex vocal top crush code, ending with a final bass slam and glitchy fade out. Static noise and digital glitches slowly fade out, leaving a soft filtered synth pad dissolves into silence. A final robotic whisper says, firewall secured.
A whirling vortex of reversed synth fragments swirls around a central tone, glitching in and out of pitch. Digital wind howls like corrupted data traveling through a hollow tower. 8-bit fragments flicker in the distance, like retro arcade machines short-circuiting. Vocal chop echo.
Drop 120
Hard body transfer through a fractured blue melody, heavily bit crushed in side change. Bass wobbles, glitch and step in sync with randomized automation, giving a stuttering, off-grid feel. Lead synth is the pitch bend square wave run through tape flutter FX. Clicks.
glitched vocal hoop fix. Bring the sync down.
Switch to
metallic rhythms. A soft arpeggio tries to climb but keeps glitching and resetting mid-bar. Atmospheric elements shimmer like broken reflections in a digital mirror. Voiceover robot signal instability detected, core rising. Build up, rapid fire, big crusher and rising filter resonance builds suspense. Glitch riser stutter in random bursts, flies in tension like broken elevator cables. Countdown style vocal.
3, 2, 1, car, OPT.
Now even more unstable, drums stuck in shift mid-bar. Big crush, respins, warps into polymorphic shapes. Melody glitches intentionally loop 1 beats ahead, we're behind the grid. Vocal burst returns in double time. Break it, sync, inspire, glitch bit on.
Singing just falls away, only a high-pitched dip stream tone remains slowly melting downward. Subtle echoes of the original melody pulse like a digital heart monitor. The vocal in reverse whispers something unintelligible.
Designed for mystery, final drop. Everything hits at once, glitch, hop, rhythm. Trap, bass line, Dutch design chain. Bass wobble and lasers, lead synth rises and pitches loop until it's barely recognizable and crashes. This fire doesn't sink, it shatters. Sharp, big crush beat fades into silence, last glitch. Stop with retro power down sound.
A corrupted digital ambiance leaks through the speakers. Warp tunes, big crush, static and reversed audio glitches flutter like warning signs. Your voice crackles in and out.
Distant now. Disrupted. Anomaly detected. Minimal percussion taps and granular texture shift unpredictably.
Suddenly, high-pitched riser starts winding upward as a robotic synth prepares for impact.
Drop 1. Drop hits with a brutal glitch bassline stuttering through an off-grid rhythm. Kick it down, punch through layers of digital distortion. Crunchy vocal chops with phrases I never read. Flood clash control. Sound design twisted spirals. Each bass hit feels like a corrupted file crashing through a firewall. Lasers fire in metallic line crashes through a warp delay effects. The energy dips where tension lingers. An atmospheric pad enters soft but glitch constantly warping in pitch and modulation. Auto-tune cyber
synth pulse flickers like a siren in an abandoned factory. Metallic chains rattle in reverse, building atmosphere. Heavy sub-rumbles rise from the depths. Sounds like a tank moving up. Distorted voids over a mill-coated low pass filtered.
Inbound pressure armor systems locked. Prepare for an influx.
Drop line back to the aid. Relentless fortress, highway slam under a crushing bass growl. The lead is a serrated sauce and bent through phaser automation wasn't like a wardrobe. Snare hits, blood mechanical blisters layered with robotic hiss. She's vocal loop, grind it down. Drop like the relentless hearts of solid wasteland under a crushing bass growl. The lead is a serrated sauce and bent through phaser automation wasn't like a wardrobe. Snare hits, blood mechanical blisters layered with robotic hiss. Influx, grind it down. Beat cools in the Walmart's groove, slow tempo, attacking kick rolls and military style snares. Fire reemerges, pitched down halftime box, ever got the radio stack in the background. Drama system syncs, tactical resonance stabilized. Singing alarm effects like warning klaxon. Pitch upper with increasing distortion swings. Set level tracks, noise gate tension. Filtering world, loaded, armor like loaded. Duplicate deployed, double phase AoE patterns now to with nick range distortion sweeps. The second synth layer just a 7-8 chord satchel. Cut with force block, brutal sweat, snares crash with white breaking fills. New vocal bursts. Shut it down. Clips on silence, only sparse clicks and FM tones linger. A reverb, heavy drone hums in F minor. Metallic effects twist into a granular build-up like a mech recharging. Final drop, no full infusion mode. Hard trap goes full industrial here. Heavy status of a compressed bass. In dubstep style claw transitions keep drumming. Comes thunderous rattling like it's breaking bait. Heavy guitar spirals upward as vocal sample repeats. Flux is lost, distortion on flies. Distorted bassline fades into static, mimicking dying machinery. Last glitch. System fractured. Clowned. Offline. Ends with a warp metallic click. Click. Metallic click. Black. Glitch attack or grin deployed. He track. Tendable to bed. The violence now because he's slices. Simplex and critical the intention. Some of the missions that real. From a paper like cord. The Jabbergrin deployed, vocal bass, AoE patterns alternate with mid-range distortion sweeps. As the instant player enters, a cybernetic horse that jumps at every force. Pop, no stop, stands, cars, climb from the right banks. Skills, new, little burst, skills, code burst, skills, and all burgers. Grid deployed to response clicks and an FM tones linger. Over the laggy draw, I'm to that minor. And metallic with extra system, look green, little. The automatic recharging. Go full infusion mode. Hard trap goes full industrial here. Heavy stutters over compressed bass and dubstep style. Growl transitions, each drum becomes thunderous rallying. Into a little metallic click. Akatia Torda spirals upward as vocal sample repeat boot. A sharp metallic spark ignites the track like flipping a power relay. Flickering glitch artifacts scattering stereo sack click pop. A low pass filtered synth loop pulses like a countdown sequence. Vocal texture fades in, robotic and chopped. Visualize the witch of the bitch of a burning fuse. Thick hard God, misalizing ignition, loop, break. Suddenly a hard sweep rises, snapping into clarity like a system booted. Drop one hard sweep rises. snapping into clarity like a system booted. Pop wash. If distorted bass stabs hit like flip circuit breakers. Main sync lead is a crusty to tune loop, gritty and pulsating. Drum slap with fat kicks and glitched out claps. Hi-hats tick like voltage meters. Loop break fast, sliced into sequence chunks of earlier phrases glitch into new rhythms. Bassline swings hard with sidechain compression, riding every pulse. Low end clears to reveal rhythmic clicking and reverse cymbals. Arpeggiated glitches spiral like rewired data signals. Percussion drops to minimal, just some pulses and offbeat clap echoes. A glitchy female vocal samples whispers. Every loop breaks eventually. FX sectors swell like melting circuits in the background. Rising sauce filter tight pan left and right. Snare rolls begin to distort a fragment mid-roll. Loop vocal builds tension. Ignite, ignite, ignite. Bright and white noise rises with the pitch of a burning fuse and hard cut. Rot! Numbing loop break reinforced bassline returns even more aggressive. Pitch modulated and sliding chopped vocal bursts added energy. Ignition loop! Drums now layered with metallic hits and the reverb tails. Bass stabs are now syncopated, hitting on unexpected beats with tension. Glitch fills rapidly slice into the end of each bar, exploding into reverses and pitch warps. Melodic lead returns now slowed and layered with granular delay. Ambient synths swell like broken memory banks. Only kick remains slowed and reverbed, mimicking a heart rate. Glitch fragments of the drop are heard like echoes from the future. Final drop, all previous elements return in overdrive. Systems are now double and stereo shifted. Bassline cruise machine gun stutter. The vocals now are rhythmic chaos that resets and slams again. The final 4 bars disintegrate with pitch crush filters and silent snaps. Track winds down with a robotic voice repeating. Reset, reset, reset. A single kick echoes and fades into a spat. Burst, final sound. High-pitched digital whine. Quickly powers down.
White noise rises with the pitch of a burning fuse, then hard cut.
Build-up, rising cells filtered times even more aggressive. Then halls begin to distort and fragment mid-roll, loop roll, loop roll. Ignition loop! Drums now layered with metallic hits and the reverb tails. Bass stabs are now syncopated, hitting on unexpected beats with tension. Glitch fills rapidly slice into the end of each bar, exploding into reverses and pitch warp.
Starts to warp it down, tones reassembled into a rhythmic pattern. Layered with crazy holy crackle and spinning metallic bursts. A glitchy voice repeats in layers.
Extreme overload fever rising, backgrounds and buzzes like an overclock chip melting. Tempo wears fast into a synthetic heartbeat. Extreme.
Heavy drug is great style, distorted heroic glitch jump snaps pierce between each bar like code cracking through firewall layers. Things zip as a D2 note climbing up and falling erratically vocal chop.
Extreme.
Sub slaps, wobbled grimy saturation, processed through bit crush filters.
Flows into a stutter trap bounce. 808 rides glide under pitch down vocal sample.
I can't cool the fever once the stream hits.
Perk blues go off grid briefly for glitch effect. Mid-range synths flicker in and out like heat waves in digital form. Snare rolls begin multiplying and distancing on purpose. A vocal countdown starts. 5, 4, glitch 2, firewall while alarms rise in background with megaphone style filters. Final second, total silence. Messing over fever drum. Snaps up like a machine gun. 808's pitch bend up and slam down hard. Main synth is a series squealing unmodulated through high resonance filters. Digital distortion effects shatter the high-end spectrum.
Fertile unlocked, glitch fills hit every 2 bars like system-like bursts.
Beat strips down to noise, textures, and high-pitched glitches. Low-pass filters sweep across the mix like heat scanners.
Sweating bits, the fever's not done. Short ambient drone plays beneath random snare flares. Final drop, triple layer, players mode. Trap beat stacks underneath retone rhythm. Snare hits triple up. Main synth is now corrupted synth horn. Very aggressive lore. Lot delayed wreck spiral through both ears. Final Voker system melt. Digitally red lights, pure explosive saturation. Everything slows to a crawl. A thermal shutdown voice speaks saber. Contained bit stream. Offline. Sound fades into pixelated static. Final sound from the snare trail like a dying echo. Dacto. Massive cyber drill drop, snare stack snaps like a machine gun. 808s pitch bend up and slam down hard. Main synth is a searing square LED modulated through high resonance filters. Digital distortion effects shatter the high-end spectrum. Fever unlocked, glitch fills hit every 2 bars like system lag bursts. Bass strips down to noise, textures and high-pitch glitches. Low pass filters strip across the mix like heat scanners. Low pass filters Volker. The fever's not done. Short and from like bleeding random snare flares. Triple layer chaos mode. Trap beat stacks underneath Rachel is no rhythm. Trap beat stacks underneath round is now corrupted synth horn. Very aggressive high burst. Viral through both ears. Bits girl.
Distorted modem tones glitch through a low-frequency rumble. Broken communication pings echo in a sonar like pulse. Mechanical words rev like cybernetic engines charging a robotic voice murmurs. Light flare armed, initiating skirmish protocol. Filtered static hi-hats creep in like metal scraping across glass. Tempo pulses rise with an erratic heartbeat pattern. Drop 1. Harsh engage, metallic snare blast fused with trap ass and glitch fills. Bass stabs hit like digital explosions layered with binary screeches. The lead synth is an overdriven chainsaw tear through the frequency range. Been crushed and unstable, vocal chop glitches. Mish, bite, flare. Reverse risers and trap metal growls acts at the end of each bar. Sub hits are detuned and layered with cyberpunk style distortions. Bass shifts into a slower strike, a heavy groove. 808s bounce under mid and lowest glitch for percussion. Synths turn darker, wailing with digital reverb, tails glitch, vocal ad-libs float. Phantom online, silence them all. Laser out sweep overhead, circling like drones. Build up, hi-hats tighten into rapid 64 snare climbs while crackling. X overload the space. The robotic voice counts down at 3, 2, 1. Everything cuts out for a half beat. Night flare mode bound, maximum output. This drop is harsher, sharper, reminiscent of digital warfare. Glitch and percussion glitches in and out of frame like packet loss. The lead synth is now doubled, one side detuned, one clean, causing a warping, stereo ripping effect. PH footage engaged, switches between halftime and double time chaos. Dark ambient synth surge with a corrupted melody. Bits of broken vocal lines drift through, reversed and mangled. Distortion fades into a breathless low hum, and then a robotic whisper. Deploy counter code. Zero out flare blast infiltrating halftime. All out glitch warfare. Lead synth becomes a saw blade wave spinning across the stereo field. Snare rolls layered with glass breaking back swap hits. I'm punching bits crushed. FS grenade like sub drops. Modern tone screeches. Visors. Final vocal. Stage 8 form is into a quiet modem shutdown tone. A funnel beat echoes like a battlefield heart monitor flatlining. Fades to black.
vocal ad-libs float. Phantom online, silence them all. Laser off sweep overhead, circling like drones. Build up, house tighten into rapid 64. Snare climbs while crackling. FX overload the space. Robotic voice counts down. 3, 2, 1. Everything cuts down for a heartbeat. Let's spare moment. Sharper, suffering like bleed. Stillness harsher. Surf vocal, glassless flows. SMM on plate. This drop is harsher, sharper, reminiscent of digital warfare. Glitching percussion glitches in and out of frame like packet loss. The lead synth is now doubled. One side detuned, one clean, causing a warping, stereo ripping effect. Vocal sham. Slam. The beat constantly switches between halftime and double time chaos. Yes, inserts a corrupted melody. Bits of broken vocal lines drift through reverse and mangle. Distortion fades into a bum and then a robotic whisper. A low-mechanical hum fades in like distant turbines spinning in hyperspace. Glitched radio transmissions and digital static flicker across the soundscape. A pulsing sub-bass begins to rumble beneath, slowly joined by a warped synthetic audio looking suspense. Robotic whispers echo.
Visualizing sub-song sequence active.
Suddenly, zeros in with metallic risers, signaling an imminent drop. Drop one. Bam! Then the bass lands and exploded a chunky Yuka reactor core malfunctioning at 120 BPM and move rides on punching kick drums. Laser slice stabs and Gucci modulation. First cybernetic baseline dances to the side chain rhythm, twisting between notes like bending steel. Industrial alarm ring out in the background. The whole substone feels like it's collapsing. I'm singing on itself, yeah, I'm taking the data. Thoughts, with the beat. See energy going till depths, robotic vocals echo with cyberpunk drama. Waiting for a panic to the tube hand glides in layered with soft trap hats and process projects. Home and face and dash keep them as spheres keep the momentum moving. The membrane, the energy momentarily dips. Robot vocals echo with a cyberpunk drawl. Fields open, gravity's broken. The D2 hand glides in layered with soft trap hats and process vocals of the vectors and pacing that keep the momentum moving. Build up, reserves, rise, vocal bridge, lubricate. Proto killing symphony, here in the Lord, symphony growth, generate. A single voice speaks. Disengage protocol. Disengage warfield unstable. The atmosphere grows thick with static as layers rebuild.